your many years working in higher education administration and also being a professor of higher education, what do you think are the most important ways to support students and staff in establishing quality assurance processes?
I think one of the first things is the culture of how information is used. There are places where information is used to blame people or to find fault. And that approach generally results in people shying away from the use of information. Other cultures where everyone is acknowledged to be in together dealing with difficult problems that no one person really is responsible for, but it's the system, and it's understanding how the system works. When you get into this work, you realize most of the problems are with the structure and the organization of processes and not with the staff that are conducting those processes. That's another thing that goes with the Pareto rule. It tends that 80% of the problems are structural and only 20% are personnel oriented. So focusing on those structural issues, the way programs are offered, the way processes are delivered, is the key. And obviously having a spirit of communality, collaboration, trust, and not fear of reprisals for things that look bad according to the data.
Okay, so you talked about just fear, but for, let's say, what can international institutions who might have that fear do in the realm of higher education to help make these shifts, to try to adapt how they measure success? And what do you wish that they can do more when it pertains to quality assurance?
Well, change is always can induce fear, and any system that's going through major change, as in this case of transforming from teaching universities to research universities, the individuals who are at the university were generally brought there and developed under the old way of doing things. And there is a tendency for those individuals especially to feel demoralized if changes are introduced by just bringing in new people, sometimes making more money than the others, sometimes given more value and recognition than the others. So one of the keys is to engage the base, engage those who are there working in the way things were and the way things have been, and having them participate in the changes. And it really has to be engineered to be a positive experience. People have to be given room to do new things. They can't be asked to do things on top of what they're already doing. This is very difficult in a large organization and under limited resources that we all face. But it's worth slowing things down or whatever you have to do to make sure you engage the staff who are the by far the most actionable parts of organizations like universities, where it's very much a labor-intensive, person-oriented activity. So it's all about keeping your staff, their morale high, giving them the tools they need to do their work, and celebrating their work. This doesn't mean that people don't get admonished when problems happen, but that should be kept to its place and to a minimum.